Ever wonder why a guy who is charming in the beginning with you can turn your relationship into something that is completely miserable? Want to know the red flags to spot early on so you can avoid all of the headaches and pain of a narcissist man? I've got all that coming up for you right now. Hey everyone, I'm dating and relationship coach Ryan Patrick. So this week, I wanted to do one of my psychological deep dive videos with you and talk about one of the most mentally unhealthy types of man you could ever date. The narcissist. A few weeks ago, I asked you all if you'd like a more detailed video on this topic, and the response was overwhelming. So because you asked for it, here it is. But first, if you're new to my channel and you want to start 2021 off with an amazing foundation and finally meet that great guy you've been searching for, just click subscribe below and make sure to turn on all notifications so you can be a part of my fabulous notification gang and be the first to see my modern day dating tips right when they come out. Thanks so much for helping me send those great and helpful signals to the YouTube algorithm. Also, need a personalized video response from me quickly about a dating or relationship issue? All you need to do is go to my Wizio page at daterboy.com/Wizio. From there, just choose how quickly you need a response from me and then tell me a little bit about what's going on. You'll then get a 3 to 6 minute video response from me regarding your question or situation in as little as 2 days. That's daterboy.com/Wizio. Thanks for checking it out. Now, back to the traits of this sneaky narcissist. As many of you know, I have a narcissist in my immediate family, so this video hits very close to home for me. This person is the reason I became a lifelong student of psychology, the reason I became a dating coach, and inevitably the reason I started this YouTube channel. So you can imagine how personal this topic is for me. I know it well, and I'm hoping by the end of this video that you will too. Here are the 10 signs you're dating a narcissist man and the cues you need to get out of your relationship with him. The first sign is they won you over with their charm. Narcissists have one dominant tool at their disposal to lure you in and overwhelm your better judgment: their uncanny ability to charm you. This is why narcissists typically have jobs of higher value, like being high up in government or a corporation. So if you meet a charming guy, don't ever let that be the sole thing that wins you over. Take note of it, but really watch how he treats people around you, like your waiter or your bartender. The second sign is they have a grandiose sense of self-importance. The narcissist will never think about you or love you in the way that he thinks about or loves himself. Don't ever get into the trap of trying to compete with him on this. You'll quickly notice that he loves to hear himself speak, and he loves to pepper you and others around you with his accomplishments and his achievements. And he'll rarely be impressed with even the most robust things you've ever done in your life. Because after all, to him, it isn't about you. It never was. The third sign is they live and breathe for your compliments. The most happy and the most animated you'll most likely see a narcissist after you begin dating them is when you stroke their ego and start telling him nice things about himself. The double-edged sword, though, is when you start that complimenting process with him, you'll quickly realize that you've entered a full-time job in order to keep this guy happy. The quota for giving him compliments will be a number that you'll never be able to reach. It will never be enough to keep him satisfied. The fourth sign is they show empathy rather than have it. Narcissists quickly learn that in order to avoid looking like a complete out-of-touch a-hole, they need to at least fake caring about your feelings and your problems. They do this by relying on their charm to hear you out and make all of the facial gestures and say all of the things a person with genuine empathy and concern would have. If you feel like he's not really connecting with you about your feelings, it's because he literally can't. Narcissists can't feel your pain. The fifth sign is they can't handle any level of criticism. This is where the narcissist quickly loses that charm in your eyes after they snap at you for offering them even the smallest level of constructive criticism. And I have found that this one right here, is where you're gonna hear some of the worst things you've ever heard from a person. Their guard comes down and they attack you in vicious ways. As long as you're delivering a criticism in a constructive manner, he should never be angry with you when you do that. But a narcissist, they literally can't help themselves. The sixth sign is they have an inability to keep long-term friends. I used to watch my family member lose friend after friend as soon as I was old enough to realize what was happening. Whether it was a neighbor, a coworker, whatever. He always seemed to have people at a distance to him, and I could never really figure out why. But when you blatantly make yourself your number one priority and aren't shy about that fact and don't mind reminding people about it, it's not the best way to make people like you. That's why I say, watch his behavior. How does he really talk to people? Is he close with his parents and his siblings? Or is he seemingly hiding away his group of friends from you? The seventh sign is they are experts at gaslighting you. When it comes to the narcissist, nothing is ever their fault. If anything is ever wrong in your relationship or when you're just getting to know him, that is 100% your fault and your problem in his eyes. And because he's never wrong, he'll be oh so quick to tell you why you're wrong and why it's your job to do all the work and fix everything. Sound like a good deal to you? Not a chance. Needless to say, this process gets exhausting after you've been through it a few times. So listen to your heart here. How can you reconcile with a man when it's never his fault? You can't. The eighth sign is they project their insecurity and low self-esteem on you. Once you spend a little bit of time one-on-one with a narcissist, you quickly discover just how insecure and beaten down they are inside. Unfortunately, these are things that will never get fixed within them. So if you need a pet project, never let it be trying to build a man's self-esteem or help him become more secure. You will lose that game every time. Narcissists are sneaky at doing this, so just make sure to have a regular check-in with yourself to make sure any negative emotions you might have are actually yours and not ones that you're carrying around for him. The ninth sign is they rarely ever apologize to you. If you get a narcissist to apologize to you, it's most likely because he senses you're pulling away from him or trying to leave the relationship altogether. So really, his apology is manipulative at best. It'll probably be a situation where he really screwed up and now he has to suck it up and swallow his pride for a minute. But believe me, he's resenting you for every single second you're making him grovel to make you stay. And you'll probably pay for this in the future if you do decide to stay. The 10th sign is they panic when you pull away. The moment a narcissist loses his leverage and his grip on you is the moment that you decide to leave him and that nothing can change your mind about it. So my advice here, stay the course and get the hell out of there. You don't need to say much, like as if you were dealing with a normal person. Just go. And always be aware of your safety and security when you do pull away. Narcissists will lash out in very physical ways sometimes, so please have a safe exit plan. Now, if hearing these signs isn't enough of a release for a lot of you, go ahead and tell me your story about dealing with a narcissist in the comments below. Feel free to change names or do whatever you have to do, but really look at this as an opportunity to release a lot of that crap that maybe you've been holding on to for a while now. I know there will be plenty of women in this community that can identify with you on some level, so let's get that conversation going right now. If you need a bit more of a release or just some helpful advice, make sure to hit me up and schedule a response for me on Wizio at daterboy.com/Wizio. You'll get to see how I've helped a lot of others out there by getting to read some of the kind reviews they've left for me. And ladies, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like below. Thanks for stopping by today, and I'll see you next week.